It find the most random. Oh,
I can't stop scrolling. I mean, I don't even think I enjoy it anymore. Yet I spend hours a day just endlessly on my phone, as do all of you. So I want to look into what causes this addiction, how companies have taken advantage of this, and where this all started. And I have to tell you, what I found is really frightening. It all starts back in the early 2000s. The internet was wild, messy, full of promise. There were no ads, no influencers, just forums, MySpace pages, and a few people on LimeWire. Then came Facebook, launching in 2004 by some Harvard guy, a digital yearbook turned empire. Then YouTube quickly followed in 2005, and suddenly anyone could be famous. Then Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, each one promising more connection, more creativity, more you. And for a while, it was fun. You followed friends, you saw updates, you laughed at vines, 6-second videos that sparked an entire generation of internet comedy. But once Vine died without any warning or farewell, something rose in the silence, musically. This is the social media platform few people talk about. At first, it was cringy lip syncs and dances, but the Gen Z crowd came to it in flocks. This is actually me at 8 years old on Musical.ly because it was the first social media platform tailored to children. But there was someone who loved it even more than we did. ByteDance, a Chinese tech giant behind another app, Douyin. In 2017, ByteDance bought Musical.ly, quickly rebranding it into TikTok. TikTok is when everything changed. It wasn't like anything before it. Before TikTok, your feed was based on who you followed. But on TikTok, that doesn't matter. You open the app and instantly you were watching videos tailored to your attention span, your watch time, your pauses, your replays. It didn't show you what you wanted, it showed you what you couldn't stop watching. The For You page isn't a feed, it's a mirror of who you are at your core. The algorithm tracks every flick of your thumb, every second you spend watching one video over another, evolving to create a custom dopamine cocktail just for you. No two users have the same TikTok experience, and that is exactly what makes it so addictive. Let's talk about dopamine. It's the brain chemical behind pleasure, motivation, and reward. It's released when you eat, when you win, and when you scream. TikTok has hijacked the system with short-form, fast-paced, high-reward content. There's no fluff, just raw engagement. Back to back to back. Your brain couldn't keep up, and that is the point. The result is you've trained your attention span to expect a reward every 10 seconds, and anything slower, your brain started rejecting it. And this wasn't just happening to you, it was happening to billions. Do you remember when you could sit through a movie? When you could read an article without clicking away? Now our data shows that people struggle to sit still for more than 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes. I'm talking about full-grown adults on average cannot sit still for 2 minutes. That's embarrassing. We multitask constantly. We watch a video while messaging someone while thinking about what we will post later. This isn't personal failing, it's addictive design. Researchers appropriately call it TikTok brain, a rewired reward system that craves novelty and instant gratification. And one study has found that short-form video use weakens perspective memory. This is your ability to remember things to do in the future. Kids as young as 12 are reporting problems focusing in school, reading books, or engaging in real conversations. This is not just about being distracted, it's about the fundamental rewiring of human cognition. Now let's talk about mental health. In 2021, internal Facebook research leaked to the public. It showed that Instagram worsens body image issues in 1 out of 3 teen girls. One slide read, "We make body image issues worse." They knew, and they kept pushing it, and they still keep pushing it. Social media rewards performative happiness. Perfect bodies, perfect lives, filters, edits, highlight reels. Every time you scroll, you're measuring yourself against a fantasy. Your life starts to feel insufficient. This leads to what researchers call social comparison burnout. You feel like you're behind, like everyone else is doing better, like you are not enough. Anxiety and depression rates among teens have doubled since 2010. In 2023, the US Surgeon General issued a public health warning.
I want kids and parents to know what we know in public health and science now, which is that social media use among adolescents is associated with mental health harms.
And you don't need a study to tell you that. Just like you don't need a study to tell you that it's made you less productive. But here's one anyway. People check their phones on average 96 times per day. That's about once every 10 minutes. Social media is responsible for millions of hours of lost productivity. But it's not just the time, it's the cost to deep work. That flow state where you solve problems, create, build, grow. When your focus is shattered every few minutes by a notification, you never go deep. You just bounce, task to task, screen to screen, scroll to scroll. And the truth is, most people don't enjoy it. I mean, I don't. Do you? I mean, you use it out of habit, out of addiction, out of a fear of missing out. But this goes far beyond personal health. Social media has changed how entire societies function. Before platforms, you got your news from a paper or the 6 o'clock report, but now news is just whatever goes viral. And what tends to go viral is not balance, not nuance, but outrage. Social media platforms have learned that angry content performs better because anger keeps you engaged. I actually have noticed this with my own content. My top performing YouTube short with hundreds of thousands of views is the one that has the most enraged comments. Facebook's algorithm changed in 2018 to prioritize meaningful interactions, which is exactly this. Because that translates into more emotionally charged content, more political echo chambers, and more division. Twitter, or X, has become a battlefield for politicians. Facebook has become a megaphone for parents and citizens to air their dirty laundry, and TikTok has become a breeding ground for radicalization, left, right, and everything in between. We're not just being informed, we are being inflamed and divided on the smallest scales. And here's the truth you've probably figured out. None of this is accidental. What I need you to understand is that these platforms are free because you are the product. Your data, your likes, your clicks, searches, hesitations are packaged, analyzed, and sold to advertisers at a premium. This is called surveillance capitalism. The more time you spend on the app, the more data they collect, the more ads they can show you, the more money they make. Your mental health is not their problem. Your attention span is not their concern. Your kids developing anxiety, addiction, or body image issues is collateral damage to their revenue. The internet used to be fun. It used to be creative. It used to be a community space to bring us together. It began to launch careers and give us joy. But then, as it began to change and these platforms began to rise, they became slicker, smarter, faster, and addictive by design. But something got lost along the way. We stopped being creators and became consumers. We stopped following people and started following algorithms. We stopped being bored and started being numb. Here's the big question. Is it too late? Maybe not. Some people are pushing back, deleting apps, turning off notifications, practicing digital minimalism, reclaiming boredom. I know it sounds strange, but boredom is not your enemy. It's the birthplace of creativity, of ideas, of dreams. We were never meant to be stimulated 24/7. We were meant to think, to breathe, to be. TikTok didn't invent this system, but it perfected it. And now we live in a world where your time, your attention, and your mental health are all up for sale. But you still have a choice. Put your phone down, go outside, be bored, be human. But if you're not going to do that, please follow us on TikTok, subscribe to our YouTube. Thank you for watching The Hidden Media. See ya.